Good morning, everyone. It's me, Jessica, Health Fitness Program Manager from McLean, coming to you live from my family's vacation to teach you to guide you through today's Tabata Hit Inspired workout. So let's start moving. We've only got 30 minutes total. We got 5 different rounds. We're going to do each of them, hopefully 8 times. Let's see what happens as we get to the end. We got this first minute here to march in place or jog. Can you bring your whole heel all the way down to the floor? Make sure you're not just on top of your tippy toes. And if you have some space, let's use it. I do recommend having at least one, perhaps 2 weights for today's workout. Take one more awesome lap around our space. And once we get back to where you got started, we can start doing some jumping jacks. Whether you're going for a real jumping jack or you're going for some sort of a modified jumping jack, let's get right into it. Arms come up overhead. You're finding some sort of a step out or a tap out with those legs. As coordinated as you want or need to be or can be. We're here for just about 30 more seconds, and then we'll turn it into a nice row with a hamstring warm up with kickboxing. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know. I can't quite use my words. I'm on vacation. It is what it is. We've got 10 seconds left right here. You bring a smile to your face and be so proud of yourself for getting up and moving. Let's start those rolls and those knee curl thingies. It's funny because I do always forget the names of these. While your elbows are driving back and we're opening the chest a bit, really make sure that each time those elbows go back that your rib cage isn't flaring open. So you're really drawing in from the center line, pulling up as well, up and in. Let's keep this going for 10 more seconds, and then we can turn it into a nice knee drive in the front in 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Knee drive. Maybe your arms are coming all the way up overhead, a little bit more warming of the shoulders. Maybe you're just pressing down a little bit of air side to side around those thighs. Use your exhale as that knee drives up. We'll get a nice hamstring warm up still with some Frankenstein kicks. We do have a lot of kicks coming your way today. So let's get into those Frankenstein kicks. Nice forward kick. You can kick and kick, or you can take 3 steps in between. Doesn't matter how high you're kicking. I'd like you to think about kicking like there's a tennis ball hanging from a rope, and we're pointing the toe and kicking the tennis ball. We got about 10 seconds left. For 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Plant your feet. Just give me a couple hip circles in one direction, and then change the direction of those really big hip circles. Awesome. We're going to get right into move number 1. Oh, I regret not bringing water outside and everyone's asleep. We're doing some sumo squats. Go ahead, open your legs nice and wide. Point your toes out wide. Your knees are going in the same direction of your toes. And unlike a regular squat where we send our glutes back behind us, for this one, we're tucking our pelvis under and we're trying to keep head on top of shoulders, on top of hips with that pelvis tucked under. All right, 8 rounds, 20 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, and 3, 2, here we go. Feet open nice and wide. You can be holding a weight if you want to, finding that big squat and standing yourself back up. Oop, taking notice, oh my gosh, that your knees and your toes are pointing in the same direction, and then take that moment. I bet your butt's gone back a bit to tuck that pelvis under. Now we get to take a break. All right, so even if you just got 1 with good form, let's do our best to keep that up for 7 amazing more rounds. You ready? Here we go. Push through those heels and really draw in and squeeze. We can keep things nice and simple this whole time and keep your Soles of the feet, the heels down on the floor. Take a break, or we can start to make it a little bit more challenging. Maybe you just have one heel on the floor. I have the ball of my foot pressed down on the other foot. So the heel is lifted. So it's going to create a slightly different challenge. You can give it a whirl, or you can keep both feet flat on the floor. Don't have a lot of flat surface to work on today, so I do apologize if you can't see my feet. Bringing that heel down, I'm now going to lift the opposite heel up. Keep it up, press into the ball of this foot, and find those sumo squats. Here we go. You can hear I'm still really using that exhale to press back up. Still really thinking about, boop, keeping that pelvis tucked under. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go for another round with both feet flat on the floor. And then we can change it up again. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Great work. It is real humid here. I am sweat-a-letting already. Take a break. All right. Now I'm going to go down, and while I'm down, you can alternate between picking one heel up or the other. Let's find it in 3, 2, 1. So we come on down. I pick a heel up. I pick the other heel up. I press up to the top. And I'm just going to alternate each time which heel is lifting first. If you couldn't already see where this is going, we're working towards the idea that in the next round, perhaps we bring both feet up, both heels up, I should say. Take that break. Down to our last couple rounds, less than a minute of these sumo squats. Here we go. Knees and toes are still pointing in the same direction, where you can have those heels on the floor this whole time, or you're making a little bit more challenging, pressing up onto the balls of the feet, lifting one or both heels while we get down deep into the squat. How close can you get your thighs being parallel to the floor? Shake it out. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it again. Come on down, lift, and press. This is our last time through. We're going to get a nice upper body move. By nice, I mean, it might not be that great for you, but won't it be wonderful to just switch from doing our legs? 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Shake it off. Maybe some little kicks. Maybe some of those big hip circles again. We were working those inner thighs a lot there, getting some good quality glute action happening also. If you have water, I would recommend you grab a quick little sip. Next up, we've done this one before. We're going to drive the car. So starting with the heaviest weight that you're working with today, I only got these 5s. I wish I had something a little heavier. So keep that in mind. If you can increase the challenge and have good form, do it. All right. So starting with our elbows close by our side, we're going to push the weight forward at chest height and then just rotate. I like to call this one driving the car. So let's go ahead and take a ride in 3, 2, 1. All right. Shoulders are rolled down and back. There's a slight bend, some softness in your knees. You can still have that gentle little tuck under of your pelvis so you're not scooching it all the way back. It's really up to you how fast you're moving for this one. Oh, take a break. 20 seconds is short. 7 more times to go. In 3, 2, come back to some quietness with your feet. I know a lot of times when something is challenging, the urge to just like pace around while you're doing it is absolutely there. But you're really not going to be able to focus on your upper body, on that engagement as much if you're constantly moving your legs. So let's keep those legs nice and still. We'll take a break. Just like in yin, if you join me on Fridays, where we focus on stretching one muscle group at a time and everything else relaxes. Let's begin again. Shoulders down and back. As these arms are drawing back in, elbows are coming right by the side, not winging out wide. That way, oops, supposed to get the wrong part. That way we're getting a little bit more of that upper back working. Awesome. Check out this next round. Which hand do you have maybe twisting to the top first? And that way for the second half of the workout, we can switch it up. Perhaps you've been switching the whole time. Here we go. Pretty normal though, to maybe have one hand that you tend to lead the motion with. If you're looking to find out how your body is made up, reach out to me. Let's bring you into the office. Let's have you step on our new Tanita scale, take a break, and let's get your analytics. Find out your arm strength for each arm. We can do like that segmented body analysis to learn a little bit more about you and your weight besides just a number. Yay, take a break. Almost there. In 3, 2, 1, begin. What are you thinking about right now? I'm thinking about coffee. I'm not going to lie. Coffee. Coffee. What's your favorite kind of coffee? A couple years ago, I decided to clean up my diet a bit and I stopped putting sugar in my coffee. Take a break. And I lived to tell. Here we are right now today. And then at some point, I also thought, do I really need all of this milk? And I also stopped milk in my coffee. And you know what? It's still delicious. How old am I? Not going to say that out loud, but I will admit that it took somewhere around 15 years to like coffee black. One day at a time, though. Oh, we got one more round through. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Find that press, a little rotation, and then pull it back in. So you're engaging your back as much as you can or want to. You know, anyone can still go like this and like this without really squeezing and engaging through your core. So it's up to you really how much challenge you're bringing for any and all of these strength moves. All right, next up, moving back to the lower body, bringing some balance into play, which might seem a little mean after those sumo squats, especially if those are really hard for you. If you need to, grab a chair and have a chair on one side that you can have your hands on the chair. We're going to draw a knee up. We're going to take a little bit of a lean, kick with the sole of the foot, bring it back in and down. I'm even going to recommend you challenge yourself, maybe hands not on your waist, hands in front of your face. We're protecting ourselves in this fake fight we've created for today. All right, let's stick with one side for 4 times and then we'll switch to the other in 3, 2, let's do it. Here we go. So that knee draws up, you kick out, bring it back in and down. So we got up, out, in, and down. You can make it a little faster. And take a break. I'm going to admit that's a little bit more challenging than I anticipated it would be. Getting some good old glute work, getting some balance too. So focus your eyes on one spot and let's go again. The more that your eyes are focused on one spot, the easier your balance is going to be. Perhaps you even want to throw a punch with your kick. If you're throwing that punch, I want you to bring your hand back in as quickly as possible. We should probably be bringing that foot back in too. All right, we got one more time on this side. In 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Awesome. We're just moving around and we're having fun. We're doing something different because we got to switch it up sometimes. Take a break. We're going to get that other side next. Move all the way to the other side of the screen. In 3, 2, whole new side. So maybe go a little slower first round. Just seeing what your body can do. Each side of the body is different. Reminder that every day is different. And we're just doing the best that we can with the bodies that we have today. One day, one breath at a time. If we just keep showing up for ourselves, the amazing things that we can accomplish. Take a break. The challenging part truly is just showing up, especially when it's hard, when things are going on, when you're tired. You just got to keep doing it. Here we are. I'm on vacation, and I promise you, I would have been working out anyway. Would this have been my workout? No, it would not have been. Am I upset about doing it? Absolutely not. I am so proud of myself for still just saying, okay, sure, we're going to get in an extra workout. Take a break. We're going to do something different. Perfect. For 3, 2, 1, let's make it happen. I am so looking forward to, however, getting my yoga on the beach in the morning. This might be the last morning workout that I record for a couple days. 3, 2, 1, bam. We got one more time through. One more time, I think. Did we miss out on a 4th round on the right side? We got 5, 4, 3. Here we go. I think we might have. So I'm going to come back to that other side one more time to finish off. Hopefully you at home could count better than me. Ooh, 3, 2. Awesome. I'll switch back to the original side because I think I shorted myself. 3, 2, 1. We're going to relax the legs for our next round. We're going to get a little bit of core, a little upper body. You're going to want 1 weight. Woo! We did it. Awesome. Shake it off. Shake it off. All right. We got 1 weight. We're going to get some punches in and a little bit of core rotation. So drawing that belly and shoulders relaxed away from your ears, we're going to rotate and punch. As you rotate and punch, I encourage you for that foot on the floor, the back leg to also rotate. So we're rotating our hips forward. We don't want to let the arm hang out there for very long. We're not punching and holding. You are punching and pulling it back. If you need to take a second to reset here, take a second to reset with your hands blocking your face. Down to our last 2 exercises in 3. Oops, wrong timer. 2. Let's do it. Awesome. So belly pulled in, shoulders away from ears, rotate and punch. Bring your hand back to your face. So pushing with the knuckles, rotating from the hips. Slowing it down for a second to show you that rotation and turning back. Awesome. Let's stick with the same side one more time. We'll switch every 2 times though. I know this one can be more challenging. You don't have to hold a weight in your hands if you don't want to. You can always just practice that punch, which I know can also be hard. My front leg is staying static. That back leg is rotating on the ball of the foot. 3, 2, 1. Woo, that's some tiring stuff, at least I think. What do you think? Rotating to the other side, front leg stay still, back leg twists, whole new side. So just see how your body's feeling today. This is my super tired upper back side. So I'm starting off with these weights, but I don't know I'm going to be able to stay still, sustain them. And that is totally okay too. Keep drawing that lower belly in, keep your core really nice and tight and take a break. Oh, I love a good break. 3, 2, breaks over. Let's start again. Belly in. Really keep drawing in from the lower belly. Think of your body like a straw. And you're standing in a big pool of water and you are sucking that water up from the bottom end of the straw. That is how you're drawing in and up from your center line. Does that hopefully make sense? Let's switch back to the original side. 2 more times on each side. 1 last move. And we're done with this workout for today. Woo! Here we go. Arms up. Front leg stays still, back leg rotates. Hopefully it's starting to feel a little bit easier to pull that hand back to place as quickly as possible and to punch with some control. Are you using your breath? Take a break. We got one more time through on this side. Excuse me. In 3, 2, belly in. Let's do it. P.S. My nephew really wants to join me for one of these workouts. He thinks it is fascinating that I have a YouTube channel. Last year, he asked me to see the YouTube channel. He laughed at me because, let's be real, we're switching to the other side. We don't have that many subscribers. We do not have as many subscribers as the wonderful children he likes to watch open gifts from other people. Kids today are real weird. I'm not going to pretend I don't think so. Who wants to watch that? Anywho, apparently he spent some real time during the drive over here to talk about my YouTube channel. He's asked me about it numerous times. I've shown him. He wants to participate, take a break, in a workout, but this morning he really wanted to watch this jewelry store that the doors open automatically when the store opens. I don't know. So innocently sweet. I will also admit that yesterday he went to get a beverage from the refrigerator and came back and he was like, I'm so cold. I forgot which side was the refrigerator and which side was the freezer. He's like 9. Oh my gosh, take a break. Go ahead. Let's relax the shoulders a little bit. Just swing one arm over the other. You can even practice getting a little cross back of your legs because this curtsey lunge, a little cross back like this, is going to come into play for our next move. We're going to take some sort of a step back, maybe a curtsey lunge. Maybe it's just a step back in or forward, front kick. So a nice little curtsey lunge into a front kick. We've got plenty of time for this full round, fortunately or unfortunately. Let's do it in 3, 2, here we go. So taking that step back into a curtsey lunge, stepping it back in, pointed toe kick. So we're still taking that nice big kick just like we did in the warm up, where you can imagine that there is a tennis ball hanging from a string and we're kicking that tennis ball with the top of our feet. Whoop. Awesome. Take a quick little break. Let's stick with that same side. Sticking with it. 3, 2, 1. Find that curtsey lunge or step back. Kick. The weight of the leg that's not moving should big time be in the heel of that foot. So make sure that it's not, take a break, really coming towards the ball of your foot. 2 more times on this side, less than a minute to go in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. One more time on this side. Whoa, I do see that I skipped that one move on the other side, and I'm sorry. Let's begin again. It's funny, I've been using this timer years. Still do not know how to read it properly. Thank goodness it beeps. That's all I'm saying. 3, 2, this leg is done. Let's switch to the other leg. Now it's already been working, so it might be a little bit more tired. Let's see what happens. Whole new side. Find that curtsey lunge or a step back. And then that top of the foot kick. So while you're kicking, your foot is pointed. Hello, quads. You can try it nice and slow. I found that to be a lot more difficult. Same side, 3 more times. Last minute of work to go. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Getting some nice glute work here with this curtsey lunge too. Is the weight in your standing static leg front heel and not the ball of the foot? I hope you called that yes. We've got 40 more seconds to go total. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. For 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Take that quick break. 3, 2. Last move. Last move of this HIIT workout for today. Doesn't have to be the last move that you do today though. I'm so thrilled that this is just the first of many workouts I will be able to enjoy. We made it. Awesome. Let's take a quick little lap. 1 minute of just like walking, kicking it out, moving your arms, slowing your breath down. Whether you're actually walking or maybe you're just enjoying some sort of side to side stepping. I lost track of when we get started, but we got a couple seconds left just to move. Focus on your exhale. Make your exhale longer than your inhale. Keep breathing. Awesome. We want to make sure that we stretch those legs out. Let me use the chair. Hello, chair. Awesome. Okay, so using this chair, big stretches into the legs. Let's go ahead and put a foot up on the chair. Flex your toes back towards your face and hinge from your hips. You can get a great stretch on the back of your hamstrings. And make sure that you're facing your foot. So turn towards that foot and pull this hip back. Pretty likely that as you put your legs up, you're actually open a lot to the side. I'm just going to close things off a little bit. We're going to stretch the inner thigh by lifting yourself up. Instead of your foot pointing in line with your leg, we're going to rotate that lower foot open. So my feet are making what would seem like a 90-degree angle. That is the one. All right. And then we're once again tucking the pelvis under a little bit, and you could take a hinge, get that stretch in your inner thigh. Maybe still feel it a lot on your quad, just depending on how tight you are. Take one more big breath. Let's turn back to our foot and release. 2 big hip circles in each direction. Great. Let's bring that other leg up onto your feet. As you bring that leg up, draw your hip back, 2 hips in one line. Take a hinge forward. Flex all 5 toes back to your face, including your pinky toe. Create as long of a line as you can from the crown of your head all the way to your tailbone. So I'm not trying to round here. Bringing that length. Belly can come towards thigh. On your next inhale, lift yourself up and let's rotate that standing foot. Rotate through the heels and then tuck your pelvis under. Come back to your big, deep breaths. Awesome. Carefully turn yourself back. Release your foot from the seat. Take a quick quad stretch. You can even enjoy a little external rotation of your shoulders right here. Stretching your chest, big stretch into your hip flexor potentially as well. Legs squeeze together, knee pointing down towards the floor, 2 hips in one line. So no side dumping into your hip, really grounding through your standing leg. And let's switch and get the opposite leg. 2 knees together, point that knee down. Maybe it even goes back. Perhaps you feel that big stretch into your hip. Really standing tall. Grow your imaginary tree right there, right now. Oh my gosh, words. Pardon me. Plant your feet Down on the floor, bend your knees, take a big inhale, stretch your arms all the way up towards the sky. Stretch up from your waist, shoulders away from ears. Exhale your arms down by your side. Let's do one more just like that. Bend your knees. Inhale your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Stretch your knuckles down towards the floor. Last little stretch of the chest. Maybe you can even bring your hands away from your glutes. Really try and touch the floor away from you with your knuckles though. And then release. Interlace your fingers in front of you. Push your hands palms forward. Take a nice little rounding stretch into your upper back. On your inhale, arms come up overhead. And then find any stretch you want to relax your arms down by your side. We did it. I stayed for 1 extra minute because we're so worth it to get that good stretch in. I hope you had fun. I hope you feel good. I'll see you later. Have a wonderful day.